Hi, it's Gary. Welcome to today's video. Start of a brand new month of pens in use. My theme this month? European pens. So my 6 pens here, here's the 6 pens I'm going to start the month with. When I was selecting these, what I've tried to do is pick pens that I haven't used for quite a while. So I've got other European pens like my Carene Sport, which I'm always using. That I didn't think it was really fair because I've always got that there. So I've gone for these lesser used pens. Join me now, down on the table. We'll take a look at the pens, we'll look at the inks, do a little bit of writing with each of them, and then we'll kick off my European month. Welcome down to the table. So, European pens. So the first pen, this is by Mr. Pen, and it's the Parsons Essential. I don't think Mr. Pen is in business anymore, which is a shame. It's a really nice pen. Nice black body. We've got a nice decorative trim here. It's a cartridge converter pen. There we go. We've got a beautiful nib. Now the nib on here, this is a medium oblique cursive. When I do my writing, I'm going to cheat a little bit and I'm just going to call it the MOC because otherwise the nib name will take up virtually the whole page. But it's very nice. You can see there it's got this nice engraving on it. It's a nice fit in the hand. Nice well balanced pen. It feels back heavy though when I post it. So let's write. So we've got the Mr. Pen. Now what I struggle with this pen is getting my angle right. So Mr. Pen, the Parsons Essential. As I say, medium oblique cursive. Price for this pen, when it was bought, this was actually a gift to me, but when I last checked before the Mr. Pen website went down, it was 90 Aussie dollars. So fairly reasonably priced, I think. The ink is by Diamine. And it's Brandy Snap. Beautiful ink colour that. Really nice brown. I'm really into brown inks. Drying time, so there's immediate. 10 seconds. 30 seconds. Still got a teeny bit of a smudge. 1 minute. So after a minute, that's nice and dry. So that's the Mr. Pen, the Parsons Essential. Just going to move the page up a bit. We can get rid of that title now. My second pen. By Pelikan, or Pelikan, I can never remember how it should be pronounced. This is the M205 in this gorgeous blue swirl pattern. Very nice, very small. Not quite a pocket pen, but certainly a short pen. This is a piston filling pen, so I'm going to be careful not to work that piston mechanism. Here, we've got a slight bit of translucency. I can't actually see anything through it because the material's dark, but it is slightly translucent. A pen, unposted, feels just about right, a little bit on the short side. It posts really well, and once it's posted, it feels really nice. I love this blue ink as well. This blue ink. I love this blue material. Here we've got the Pelikan nib. It's a steel nib, it's not a gold nib. If you want a gold nibbed version of this pen, I believe it's the 405 you need to get. The trim, it's the steel or silver coloured trim. That's why it's the 205. Gold coloured trim is 200. So let me just post this. So we got here a Pelikan M205 with a broad nib. Price for this pen, 192 Aussie dollars. The ink is by Diamine and it's one more sleep. There we go, against the pen body. Drying times, so we go immediate. Wow, that looks really wet, doesn't it? 10 seconds. 30 seconds. Well, now we're getting a little bit drier. 1 minute. After a minute there, that one's nice and dry. So this is a Pelikan M205. I do like this blue swirl material. Next up, we're going to go to Italy. So we've had a British or a UK pen. We've had a Pelikan pen from Germany. Now we've got a Leonardo pen from Italy. This is the Furore model, and this is white salt. Beautiful material. I'm just going to lift this up so it's a little bit closer to the camera. Absolutely stunning. I love this material. Don't know if you see there. It's very hard to see, but we've got Leonardo, Officina, Italia, and then there's the number, but it's very, very hard to see. Beautiful white salt. I like the silver trim that goes with this. So this pen is actually, well, I think they call it a capture converter. It's a converter. This does unscrew, makes it really easy to clean out. You've got two options how to get into it. So here where I've taken the body off, or if you want to, you can just take the cap off, and that gives you access to the knob for filling. I've got to be honest, I usually take the whole body off. It's just as easy to unscrew the body as it is to unscrew the cap. The section here, this is again in that beautiful white salt. It's got that older style of Leonardo section. I love it, beautiful, made to fit my hand. We've got a steel nib, Leonardo branded, made by Yoho, and this is a 1.1 stub. Really nice pen, nice in the hand. It will post. I just don't post it. I just feel it's a bit not as back heavy as a lot of pens, but I can still feel the extra weight. So I'm just going to call it a Leonardo Furore with a 1.1 stub nib. The ink in here is actually a shimmer ink, so I have been agitating this whilst I was doing the writing sample, so hopefully we'll get a bit of that shimmer showing through. The price for this pen is $245. This was priced up last week from the Leonardo website. The Pelikan was priced up from Cult Pens last week. The ink by Diamine, and it's Serenity. Really dark looking ink to me. Drying times, so we go immediate. 10 seconds. 30 seconds. 1 minute. Still got a teeny tiny smudge there at a minute. Let's see if we can see any of that shimmer coming through. Yeah, there. I don't know if it comes over on the camera. Let me just move it a bit better. There we are. We're better in view now. Certainly on the Leo part there, we've got some nice gold shimmer coming through. And we've got, yeah, on the Furore, we've got it. We start to lose it by the time we get, oh no, Diamine's got quite a bit. So yeah, so we've got a little bit of the shimmer, we've got a little bit of the sheen showing through. That's something that I'll have to keep an eye on. So that's the Leonardo Furore. Just dropping in to interrupt your regular programming. Would you like to help support the channel? If so, please consider joining as a member. As a member, you'll get early access to my videos. I normally upload them a couple of days before they go out, and as soon as they're uploaded, they'll be released to members. There'll also be a shout out at the end of the videos, and then as we get the members coming in, we'll actually chat among ourselves and work out what other perks, what other things you'd like me to add in. You know, would you like maybe a monthly live chat just for members? All down to us. So please, if you can, consider joining the channel. A link will be in the description down below. The next pen, Going back to Germany for a Diplomat Aero. This is in the factory finish. Okay. I love this. It's just like the plain aluminium. Can you hear the squeak? I'm going to move it to the mic. Always squeaks when I'm taking the body off. Got a cartridge converter. And squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Metal section, but there does feel like there's a little bit of texture to it. I find my fingers don't slip too much. Section though is a little bit on the narrow side. Nice shape. Posted. Yeah, will post. Again, like virtually every pen. I think it's back heavy for me. So, and then we've got this beautiful Diplomat nib here. I believe these nibs are made for them by Yoho, but I haven't been able to confirm that. I've only seen it written one place. So we've got here a Diplomat Aero, again with a broad nib. Can you see a pattern in the nibs that I like? The price for this is 345 Aussie dollars. That was priced up from Cult Pens last week. The ink is by Diamine and it's ash. I really like this ink. I think it's meant to be a grey ink, but I see nice hints of green coming through as well. Drying times, we've got immediate, 10 seconds, 30 seconds. Almost dry there, 1 minute. After a minute there, that one's now nice and dry. I find this Aero's a really generous writer, always has been. I love using this. I'm not sure why I haven't had it out for so long. So I'm glad I've been able to get it out of that box for this month. So that's the Diplomat Aero. Back to Italy. And we've got here a Tibaldi Bononia. This is the Bora colour. Very pretty looking pen. Really nice. Now, there's a number of issues I've got with this pen. The first one, the threads feel like they're catching. I've tried all sorts on this. I've put silicone grease on it. I've tried scrubbing it with a toothbrush just to see if that will help to loosen anything. I just accept it now. It is what it is. The section, the body comes off. Cartridge converter. There we go. That feels very tight when I'm putting the body back on. Small section, doesn't bother me. It's nice and comfortable. Got a little bit of a lip at the bottom. Again, nice and comfortable. Posts, yep, posts quite nicely. Nice width. The nib, here we've got this Tibaldi nib. It's another broad nib. I have had issues with this drying out, so that's something I'm going to be looking for during this month to see what's happening there. Could be it just needs to have a little bit of a floss of the tines. Again, if I get dry out issues, I may give that a try. So we've got here a Tibaldi Bononia with a broad nib. So the price for this was checked from Cult Pens, 365 Aussie dollars. The ink is by Diamine and it's Yuletide. Gorgeous. I want to say a dark blue and there's hints of green in there to me. Drying times, so we go immediate. 10 seconds. 30 seconds. Well, there we're dry at 30 seconds. I love the look of this. It's just, I say, there's some little tiny issues that I've got with it. I can live with them though. There's nothing really major. There's no showstoppers. It's just little issues. Anyway, that's the Tibaldi Bononia. Move the page up ever so slightly. There we go, so we can get the bottom entry on. We're going to take a trip to France. This is the Waterman Carene in this beautiful marine amber. It's hard to capture the beauty of this on camera. Slightly unusual shape at the end here. Very pretty though, very nice pen. So the cap pulls off. One of the things I'm not 100% happy with, I'd prefer a twist off cap. The body comes off. This is a cartridge converter. Just pop that body back on. Section is black, and then we've got this inlaid nib here. This nib is an 18 karat gold nib. It's a medium nib. The pen itself, nice fit in the hand, posts extremely well, doesn't feel too back heavy. I can write with this posted. I just tend to prefer using it unposted. My fingers, yeah, the section could do with being a little bit wider, but I'm being extremely picky. Now, one of the issues I've had with previous fills of this is I often get ink on the section here. So I think there might be something around where the nib is which leaks out a little bit of ink every so often. It's not enough to be an issue, and searching the internet I've seen a lot of people saying the same thing, so it could be just part of the design. So this is the Waterman Carene with that medium 18 karat gold nib. Again, the price, checked from Cult Pens last week, 442 Aussie dollars. The ink is by Diamine, and it's Cardinal. Not exactly what you call an ink pairing, is it? But I actually think it works quite well. Drying times. There's immediate. I'll do that again. Immediate. That time I used a clean finger. 10 seconds. 30 seconds. Almost dry there at 30 seconds. 1 minute. After a minute, yeah, that's nice and dry. So this is the Waterman Carene. Beautiful, stunning looking pen. Let's just swap on over. We'll take one final look at this month's pens. Here's this month's pen wrap. So we've got Baby Yoda here, or Roku. The pens for this month. We've got the Mr. Pen, the Parsons Essential. We've got the Pelikan M205. We've got the Leonardo Furore. We've got the Diplomat Aero. The Tibaldi Bononia. And last but by no means least, let's move this over. We've got the Waterman Carene. So let's wrap this up. Tie it up. I don't know, it doesn't want to tie today. Now I'm ready to head into this month with my 6 inked pens. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. What are your thoughts on these pens? Here we are, another quick look. How do you rank them? How do you think I'll rank them at the end of the month? I'd love to know. Please drop any comments down below. Let's kickstart the conversation. Please hit that thumbs up button. Every time you like, every time you comment, just helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get new videos as I release them. I'll talk to you again soon.